Alright, let's get the stream started. Looking good. So, today is Saturday. Big ups, honestly, because that means I can finally talk about tarot. I have a couple slides. Should be here. Hold on, let me just pull these up. I wonder if this will work. Hopefully this works. It didn't last time though. Yeah, that's not it. It doesn't even show up now. It showed up last time. No, it's not even showing up. Okay. I was cleaning out my car yesterday, just taking stuff out of the trunk and throwing it away, and I ended up finding a box that had a bunch of old stuff in it, so I found this bracelet. And then I was in the bathroom yesterday, and I found, hold on, I don't know if you can see it without me like exposing myself. I don't want to take it off, but yeah, I just found like these little charms and like necklaces. I think these like used to be my sister's or something, but there was like a bunch of chains that she left behind when she moved out, and on the crescent moon and the triangle, and I'm like, okay, this looks nice. I could totally like throw this together to a necklace or something. I did that, and you know, if anything, if I find like more charms in the future, I could just also throw them on the chain, so that's cool. Other than that, let's go ahead and do the tarot card reading. I got the slides pulled up, but I'm gonna have to do it a different way. I'm gonna have to, I can't capture the window like where the photos are. It doesn't do that. It allows me to capture the images. Oh, here it is. Okay, see, so it's there. But if I do that, and then let me close this real quick. Yeah, it doesn't show up. It's just a black screen. So it's capturing the window. It just doesn't show up. I don't understand. Like, I have to actually do this, and now you can see the window back here. I'll just have to do that then. I don't think this one will do it. I'm gonna try this one, but I'll be surprised if it does work. Okay, it didn't work. Now I'm gonna have to set that back up. Crap. It might not have been worth it. Turn the webcam back on. And I got some background music, guys. Yeah, I told you I just had to like look around real quick. I totally forgot, you know, I'm kind of forgetful like that. But ended up finding lo-fi beats for witches. I don't like the wizards, you know, like what would you do, what would you call it if like I was a guy? Because I don't think witches would be right to call for a guy, but wizards is kind of like cringy, like a wizard, bro, like Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I guess in that sense it's kind of funny, but that's just the meme. I was thinking like, and then magician, you know, magician's already kind of tied to like David Blaine stuff, you know, like Chris Angel, like those are magicians, or like sleight of hand, right? And I was thinking like maybe magus, like a magus. I don't know. That's kind of weird though. Some people probably wouldn't even know what that means. But something, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But anyways, just do a quick tarot card reading on how today's gonna go, how this stream will go, and we'll move on from that. I'll go ahead and talk about tarot for a little bit, and then we'll get into some games. Okay. I've never drawn these before. This is actually my first page. Have I drawn a page for somebody before? Maybe for like somebody else's reading, but not for my own. The Hermit. I think symbolizes being on a journey and being focused and like just continuing on your path on your own. In a form of seclusion. But let's just go ahead and search it up real quick. Go ahead and show off the art for it a little bit since we're here. I've got to get like a little, what do you call it? A light set up because my room doesn't have a light. It just didn't come with one. And I had like a string of Christmas lights above, but they burned out, so. Alright, meaning for the Hermit. The Hermit is a seeker for the knowledge that comes from within, a lonely wanderer in the path of the night. He searches for which can only be gained with long periods of solitude. The inner voice. To hear it, he must disconnect from the crowds whose voice and desires threaten to overcome his own. He walks through the dark night of his conscience, guided only by low light of the northern star, with his destination being his home, his self. You are currently contemplating that you need to be alone. Never be afraid to take this chance to reflect, as it could help you clear your mind of all the clutter that comes with everyday life. The Hermit may also refer to your effort in taking action that is authentic and aligned to your true self. You are perhaps searching your inner soul for guidance on what is right, and where your next steps are to be. The Hermit's appearance in a reading can also denote the appearance of someone who will come to your life that will be your mentor. Interesting. Well, I guess I'd have to wait to see for that to happen. As for that second meaning, you know, I do resonate with that one a little bit, where the Hermit also refers to your effort in taking action that is authentic and aligned with your true self. Since I have started this journey about 3 weeks ago, and you know, as I take baby steps and as I learn little by little, I'm changing more things around my life because I really feel resonated with this kind of stuff, with the research that I do, and just my interest with the occult and all things dark, really. But I'm not really afraid of it. I played plenty of horror games, you know, I've played like Demonologist. I haven't played, what was the other one? Para something, I don't know, it's like the other ghost hunting one, but it looks good on when I've watched other people play, but I'm not sure. Played a little bit of Devour, you know, I like horror. I really like the horror genre. I've loved watching like ghost hunting videos, like I've talked about that a little bit before. So that kind of started with that, really. Like growing up, I've always just been like interested in like horror and stuff. And then I guess the first thing was like I started watching gore, but it was like the old school gore, with like the special effects were like rubber tearing, and it like was supposed to look like skin and anything. So you could tell it's fake, but like seeing somebody like rip an arm off and stuff like that, like I couldn't look away. Sorry, you know. But I found it very interesting. Just kind of seeing how much I could stomach, you know, and turns out I was really good at that, honestly. Like I can watch gore videos pretty easily, and not get too freaked out by it. Once you get like real people involved, then it's like, okay, I draw the line there. I've sat through like the entire Freddy catalog, like the Nightmare Before Elm Street, because my sister, for some reason, she just has all 7 movies. I don't know if I think she got it like as a gift or something, but when I moved in with them the first time, I just sat through all 7 movies, and it obviously took a while. Like it took me, I don't know, like a weekend or something. I would just kind of pop it in and just watch it, and I wasn't freaked out by it. My sister was like, kind of like, "Why are you watching this? Like, you like watching this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's cool, you know." And I'm like, I'm more paying attention to the story because I'm not like super freaked out and like scared the whole time. And she was kind of also like concerned about my nephew, but at the time he was like 2 years old or something. It's like he's not really gonna remember this in the future, you know. He wasn't really watching it. He was just kind of like come by and take a look and like play around there, but he wasn't really like paying attention to it at all. But yeah, okay. Upright love meaning is a pause in love life to introspect, self-understanding in love. Career meaning means contemplating next steps in career and searching for the purpose in your career. And for finances is contemplating a role of finances in happiness and less focus on material things. So that is something I'm pretty guilty of. You know, I do enjoy buying stuff, shopping around. You know, I do always try to like get the best deal, but yeah, I do kind of have a habit of spending, and I am, you know, I can control it. You know, I understand when it's okay for me to do some spending, and then also when I need to focus on much more important things, like right now in my life. But yeah, that's the Hermit card. Next up, we got Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna search this up. Oh man, I have like so many things open. There's all those tabs. I've never gotten Wheel of Fortune before. I believe it is chance, right? It's like a card of chance. It keeps like the bracelet keeps like falling over because I guess all the weight is like in the back, so it just keeps going like this. The other thing is that like it's got like these dangly ropes on it. Like this is how you like, hold on. Now let me actually just turn it around so you can see it. But yeah, it's these ropes, and that's how you pretty much like loosen and tighten it, so you can like pull it apart. See, you can like pull it apart like that, and then you just grab the rope again, and kind of. It's hard to do it with just one hand. I don't know how I used to do this, but now I just kind of use my teeth and you know, just pull on it. But yeah, it's kind of nice. It's like tied around. So this one, it just kind of is tied around the other rope, and then you just kind of go up and down the rope. You can see it's kind of like thinner now because of how much time it's been used. But yeah. So those dangle a lot, and I gotta be careful around like food and stuff because then it'll like dip into my food or my drinks. Okay, Wheel of Fortune turns ever more, seemingly to communicate that the life is made up of both good and bad times, and the cycle is one that we cannot control. It is something that is subjected to both kings and workers, and that nobody on earth can avoid what is fated. When you have good moments in your life, make sure that you enjoy it to the fullest. What comes up must always go down. The same is true in reverse. When you are in a bad situation, things will eventually become better again. Greater forces that are outside of human control are at work here. The same forces that govern the changing of the seasons or the rising and setting of the sun is also the matter of luck and the fate of individuals. Where it lands is a random as chance. You may find yourself at either the top or bottom, but remember that no matter what the outcome, it may not last for very long, for the wheel always turns. Interesting. I mean, it's just kind of telling you to be prepared, you know? Things will eventually turn around, and honestly, at this point in our life, where we're getting kicked out of our apartment, it is going to be a little bit of a transition. It is a bit of a bad time because now we have to focus on that. And, but it's also a good thing in a way, you know, I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff now and just focusing on things, you know, it'll give me a chance to get rid of all the old stuff that I used to be into and just kind of make space for the new things that I'm going to introduce into my life. Because like it says, you know, it's not going to be bad forever, and I've been having a pretty good life recently, so, you know, especially with like my car being paid off. So it also kind of resonates that way with me. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and show off the art for it. You got like sphinxes and phoenixes on the top. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You can see the arrow kind of pointing at one of them. And just down at the bottom, you have like a bull and a lion, I think, with like wings. I didn't even notice that, but like if you look at the side of the bottom of the rings, there's actually like some little creatures. You see them? I think they're demons on the sides of the wheel. So for the love meaning, it means relationship changes, a negative change with the partner, and making adjustments. Also says luck and career opportunities, and in the present, and adapting to changes at work. As for the financial meaning, it means change in material situation and being flexible with your finances. Whew. And then last one, Page of Wands. You see it's just a guy with a single wand, but the page are always like dressed very well. They're kind of like noblemen, and it looks like there's like a sea behind him, you know, in the background, and then some mountains as well, and he's kind of like looking up at his wand proudly. He's got his feather cap. So when we see the Page of Wands, we see a youth with enormous excitement and curiosity of the world. He knows what to do, he has the passion to succeed, but due to his inexperience and maybe a little fear of the unknown, his ideas remain abstract. He identifies new worlds to explore, new opportunities he could take advantage of quite easily, and he is even gifted with the big picture vision needed to succeed. Even with all of this, he still has the tendency to either remain dormant or get easily distracted with one idea after the other. If he doesn't learn to control this, it might be that he squanders the opportunities to advance himself. When you get the Page of Wands, it simply means something is within you, something that triggers you to make discoveries, indulge in investments, or take the next advancement in life. You'd be just about to make a move on a certain idea, but some conflicting messages keep coming to your mind, and you get discouraged. This card resembles your inner battles, which are preventing you from expressing your heroism to the world. Let the world know that you exist for a reason. If you are wise enough, this card is normally a trigger of courage. It should make you overcome the personal discouragements and move forward boldly to launch your ideas in the real world. Remove the fear, gather your resources, and do something. Let the world know that you are there and you have no jokes about moving forward in the path that you choose. Conquer every obstacle, let your ideas shine, and be known to the world, because this card indicates a level of success that can only be achieved when courage is deployed. You know, with this being my first week live streaming, I have been pretty hesitant about just turning on the camera and getting to it. But I do have ideas. You know, I do see the bigger picture, and I understand I have everything that I need to move forward. But the unknown does kind of make me a little bit hesitant, and I believe that's mainly is what I allow to discourage myself and like talk myself out of it. I also have kind of a big fear of like presenting, so like I get stage fright. I used to think as a kid like that wasn't a real thing, but once I'm like up presenting, I feel like I can't breathe, I feel like I can't think, I feel like I can't speak, like it just all happens at once, and I don't understand why. So that's kind of led to me being discouraged a lot of the time. But I do fight through it. Like I've been streaming the last couple days so far. You know, I haven't missed a day so far. I haven't been streaming as much as I wanted to. But at the same time, I don't want to like burn myself out either. So the upright meaning is possibilities and adventures in love, being a lively lover, and fleeting romance. Okay, that's a lot. That's like all that kind of covers everything. So like possibilities and adventures in love, being a lively lover, and then fleeting romance. Like it's kind of all three. For the career, it's just a new position or project, taking risks at work, and an eagerness for challenge. So I definitely need to just be more courageous going forward, going down this path with my YouTube channel. I feel like that's what that card's trying to tell me. For the financial meaning, it says a small financial gift and temptations regarding spending. Okay. I am actually expecting my tax return soon. I just did my tax return, so definitely looking forward to that, and we're definitely gonna try to utilize that and spend it wisely. All right, that's pretty much it for the tarot cards for the reading of today. You can definitely see where these apply to me and where I need to you know, what kind of decisions I need to make going forward. So this has been a pretty productive tarot card reading for me. Okay, let me switch over, turn the webcam off. Let me get this out of the way. And do the main screen. And then I'm gonna have to close this because I'm not gonna be able to see it while I'm doing what I'm doing. But yeah, there we go. All right. Perfect way to start. What is tarot? You know, I'm sure a lot of people, for people who haven't heard of what tarot ever in their life, I'm sure most people understand that tarot is like a medium used for fortune telling, but it is a 78 card deck, which is obviously a lot more than your average. I believe it's like 50 card deck from regular cards. And before it was even a 78 card deck like we know it, tarot was kind of like a custom card game that people, you know, commissioned people to make for them. And you know, they were usually made on like very thin pieces of plastic or leaves or like thin wood that was like shaved or something like that. And it wasn't until, you know, Asia introduced paper to Europe that like playing cards really took off like that. Like I guess playing cards were just always made out of like that kind of material, and they had to be commissioned. You know, you had to have somebody that either painted or, you know, something. And that's what tarot was before it was kind of introduced with cartomancy, which cartomancy is essentially just fortune telling with cards. And before the tarot cards that we know existed, and even before like the custom cards, you know, like the tarot, which has actually gone by many different names, but tarot basically just means a custom card game. So before even that, you know, cartomancy was used with just regular playing decks, like regular poker decks, because before tarot there was just the regular 50 card with the suits, with the hearts, spades, all that stuff. And the tarot that we do know now is you know, used for fortune telling, but it is mostly just a decision making guide and a storytelling tool. Because usually there's like an order with the way that you tell the tarot. Oh, there's an order in the way that you do the reading. And it's pretty much just up to you to interpret it. Well, not really interpret it, but to trust your intuition and apply it in your life. So the basics of tarot, you know, you have your 78 cards. There's the major and the minor arcana, which are, I believe, let me see. So there's 22 major arcana, and then, or is it? Either 22 or 13 is what I'm seeing here. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So the major arcana are just the ones that have the numbers on them, with the name at the bottom. So like the Hermit, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, all that stuff. So there's 22 of those, and then the rest, the 58, I believe, is just the suits. So the 4 suits, going from like 1 through 10. So it's like swords, cups, pentacles, and wands. These are the suits, and it usually goes from 1 to 10. And that's pretty much just your basic layout of the decks. And tarot does have different ways that you can read them. The ways that I know are the 3, 7, and the Celtic, which are like that's the one that uses like 10 cards, the Celtic one. And there's also the 5-star one, which is, you know, technically called the pentagram reading. And then the tarot that we have nowadays that is most commonly known is the Rider-Waite-Smith. I think I've talked about this before. Rider is the company, the manufacturing company, I believe in France. I think that's where playing cards really just started getting manufactured a lot, was in France. Wright was the gentleman who, you know, was the mind behind it. He pretty much did the meditation and came up with the designs for him, but he wasn't an illustrator himself, so he had to hire this woman. I don't know her first name, something Smith. Let me look it up real quick. I think I spelled writer wrong. Oh no, I actually spelled writer right. It is with a Y. Oh, but white. It's white. It's like W-A-I-T-E. And then for some reason it's not showing Smith. Okay, here we go. Do a little history right here. Arthur Edmund White. He was the mind behind it. Creator of the world's most influential tarot deck. He was a spiritual seeker and a mystic who supported himself with freelance translation and writing. In 1889, under the pseudonym Grand Orient, he published a handbook of cartomancy, fortune-telling, and occult divination. It was one of the first books in English on how to read tarot. His fascination with the occult scene drew him into membership in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, which I actually need to do some research on that. I don't know who they are. But his spirituality gradually evolved away from ceremonial magic and toward Christian mysticism. In 1909, White paid Smith a flat fee for illustrating his tarot deck. He chose Pamela for the job because of her talent, their common membership in the Golden Dawn, and because he believed her clairvoyant abilities would help her perceive the higher mystical truths he was attempting to convey with his deck. He not only didn't benefit financially from the deck, but the publisher's name was put on the deck instead of hers, which I think is Rider. I mean, he paid her a flat rate for it. I mean, she kind of agreed to, I don't know, whatever. But it's kind of sad that, like, she's just kind of not mentioned unless you actually look into it, since she was the illustrator for it. And it's sucks that she didn't benefit financially from it. You know, she didn't really get a percentage or anything out of it. The tarot community has been correcting this injustice by referring to the deck as the Rider-Waite-Smith or Waite-Smith deck. If you'd like to learn more about Pamela, we suggest you check out the book Pamela Coleman Smith, The Untold Story. Oh, interesting. Got a painting of her too. That's a little backstory on how the deck came to be, pretty much. So, well, can you guys hear that? I think it's like a police siren going on outside. Whatever. Just a little brief history on tarot. Sorry, I had to yawn. But the tarot as we know it now, the Rider-Waite-Smith version, was first recorded in the earliest time, the 1400s, in Bologna, France. We don't know the exact date, but it's believed to be like right near the end of the 1300s to the beginnings of the 1400s. Yeah. And before it was called tarot and used on cartomancy, it went on by many different names. Some of these names being Triunfi, Tarocini, and Gros Tarot. These are all different languages because Tarot, the custom card game, which is actually still played today in like certain places. There's actually still tournaments for like tarot games. I'm not sure which one is the most popular, but they were always just like people, you know, kind of brainstorming their own games, their own card games, and so they would have custom decks made. It's mostly the nobles and such that would have these custom decks made and then just play with friends and whatnot. But these are all different names from the areas where it was popular, which was like Italy, France. I don't think in Britain it was really that popular. I don't think it ever got reached that part, but it did reach a bit of Germany, and I think so. I think that's about it. So those are like the most prominent locations where tarot, you know, I believe tarot originated in Italy. So I think Gros Tarot is the German word for it. And some of the earliest tarot decks were hand painted before the invention of the printing press. Like I said before, they had to be done on like thin plastic or leaves. I think was like the most common one. You could just get like a big leaf and then like cut it into the shape of a card, maybe like layer a couple leaves on top of each other to give a little bit of thickness and durability as well. And you would just like paint on them, and yeah. So the concept of using tarot for cartomancy was originated in Italy. So I did write that down. That's why I said that I believe it mostly just started in Italy. Because that was when it was like first, what's the word? Documented? Was that really it? I feel like there should have been more. I didn't expect to get through that so quickly, but I mean, there's really not too much to tarot. Like, that's really it. I could give you guys like dates and stuff, but for the most part, tarot just started off as like a custom card game where the nobles would have people make custom decks, and it wasn't until Rider-Waite-Smith, or you know, Arthur Edmund White had his divinations, and then you know, commissioned Pamela Smith to make the tarot cards, that it was eventually in the, I believe even before, or I guess maybe like early to mid 1400s is when it was first starting to be used for cartomancy in Italy. And it was probably originally used by the Golden Order, if he was the one who made it and they were in the Golden Order. And then eventually I guess somebody leaked it into the rest of the world. Kind of interesting though that tarot, I think this is like the custom card game tarot. It's not like tarot that we know it. Oh no, it is, right? Because this is tarot as we first recorded. In the 1400s in France, But then the concept of using tarot for cartomancy originated in Italy. I see. So then what were they using tarot for in France? Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't really line up. Oh, okay, so the concept of tarot cards, not the tarot cards as we know it, but the tarot cards, like the custom cards, uh, being used for cartomancy originated in Italy. So, poker cards and tarot cards were used for cartomancy at the beginning, and then Arthur Edmund White, had his divination. He came up with the tarot that we know it, and then that was first recorded in the 1400s in France. So, Tarot, the custom card game, I'm not entirely sure where that one originated. I believe it was just various parts of Europe, honestly, just all around the same time. People kind of come up with ideas, as the human mind evolves, It was probably just a coincidence that a bunch of nobles, who all enjoyed playing card games, eventually just came up with their own custom card games. And it wasn't known as tarot. They called it different things, obviously depending on where they were, like Triunfi or Tarocini. I think the way that the early games played was like it was like a trump game. So like depending on what card you had, trumped the other player's card type of thing. So I don't know. I have no idea how those games played. I'm only interested in the fortune telling aspect, that tarot. So I mean, once that happened, really, it was just a matter of the printing press being introduced, and it just kind of blew up from there. Just kind of swept the world, and now we know about it. So from the 1400s to today's present day, we've pretty much just been using tarot for like card readings, and I'm not entirely sure when people started seeing, I guess because tarot was like a type of mysticism and like fortune reading, people just kind of lumped it in with like a bunch of other practices, like dark arts, like the dark magic. I think it's called black magic. I gotta remember that. Because people who did black magic or studied or practiced it, they also used tarot a bunch, so it probably just kind of got a bad connotation from that. And so that's why some people have the belief that tarot is like this wicked thing and this evil thing. But if you simply do the research, it's actually not that much research. I pretty much learned all this like within a day. There's not like a crazy amount of history to tarot. If anything, cartomancy even goes back farther than tarot, with like simple playing cards. So using cards for like divination has existed long before tarot itself. And then somebody, they figured a way to make this tarot deck specifically for divination, because the other tarot decks, they weren't made for divination like this one was. And so once this one was made, everybody just started using that one for cartomancy instead of like regular cards. But you could technically still do cartomancy with a regular poker deck. And then at first, magic obviously was promoted by the church, and then I guess, once it turned around, then, all these bad connotations started kind of getting slapped on the back of certain things. So, I mean, that's why I do this, I want to uncover the truth and kind of show to people that, as you see here, history can be wrong, people can make mistakes, and tarot is honestly just this harmless thing. And it doesn't even go that far back. It's honestly not that deep. Like the 1400s, like that's not even that long ago. Obviously it is, but when you think about like all of human history, it's actually not too long ago. So yeah, that's terrible. Now I can go ahead and start up some DVD. Let's go ahead and play some games. Now go ahead and turn off the music real quick. I gotta wait for it to open up and then I can start capturing it on OBS. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. And then we'll get started.
forgot the marshmallows. The nerve.
day. That took so long. Is nobody playing Killer today? Bro, I swear I unmuted before that game started, dude. I swear I unmuted. Okay, there we go. Oh snap! What the just took a screenshot. What button was that? I don't even know, dude. We got Alien, because you know. Okay, either she just went straight up there, or she might have lethal pursuit or something. Yeah, that main building is actually not that safe unless you have like balanced landing. There's like maybe 1 or 2 loops in it that are usable, but for the most part it's just not that good. She's gonna come straight over here too. Bro, what are you doing? Get out of my fucking way. Honestly, just kill me, dude. Just kill me, dude. Get me out of this fucking dude. Ain't no way. Ain't no way this fucking stupid ass Jill just sitting there, just standing there and like sees me running. Knows the killer's here. She's like, I'm gonna body block the shit out of this window. Unfortunate the... Wait, there is a hook right there. What is she doing? Alright. Good job, Jill. Way to just ruin the game.
again.
Alright, hopefully no body blockers. Ready? Fredarino. What is he at? Where's the Fredster? I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I watched all your movies. Actually, unlike most people born in nowadays. They don't watch movies no more. He's right on top of me. I have nowhere to go though. Kind of dead zoned. Oh, we got one pallet here. Okay. Please, please, Mr. Freddy Fazbear. I'll run him this way. Sorry, dude. I didn't know you were doing gen right there. Oh, you got it done. Oh, nice. Now he can die instead of me. Hey man, at least I'm doing it, Jen. What are these other dickheads doing? We're sitting in a corner jacking each other off or something. Okay, they're actually playing the game. Never mind. They're gaming. Good save. Holy. Ah! What are you? You're making it too obvious. You're like right next to the fucking pallet, dude. Come on. Oh my god, dude. She's so dumb. Wait. The backflip. Bro, she was thirsty for that friggin' save, dude. Like, you just went for one. You think he's not gonna check? And then you're right next to the pallet? Fucking gamers, bro. I'll never understand. Unfortunate. Like, they're right next to him. I think these guys are either duoing. I think they might be duoing. I mean, it's my fault. This is how this Freddy wants to play, so. I'm most likely just dead on hook. They're not gonna be able to get me. Yeah, he's right here too. This guy's kind of sweating. I can't blame the guy, dude. He's playing one of the worst killers in the game.
Where am I?
I think this game's gonna go through, or like fall through. This is taking so long. What the hell? Oh my god, we're in. Piggy! Nope. We got some fucking gen rushers here, boys. That's how you do it. You probably catch us on like generators inside. Oh, usually there's one here, no? On the generator? Unfortunate. Where's the freaking generator at? No way, there's no oh, there it is. We're just chasing him, so we're safe. Gotta have balance. I knew she was gonna hesitate at the pallet too. She was gonna try to mind game it, so I just kept running forward. Hey, good job. No, that was a good chase, Wills. We actually have pretty good connection. Wait, oh, she's gonna put the thing on him, yeah. Ah, okay, it's that perk. She left. I'm gonna go back. Okay, no more pallet there. Okay, we gotta get this gen done. If she comes back here, this place is pretty unsafe. Outside of like Balance Landing. She wasn't even able to kick it because she had it corrupted. Oh, did she see me? No, she's gonna come back. Or not. Oh, I think she's on that guy now. See if I was about to say, let's see if we could go take a hit for her, but we couldn't. Stop fucking moving, oh. I don't make it anywhere, unfortunately. Just kind of got me here. No, dude, what was that? I literally hit the space bar. I should have got that. Oh, that's not gonna work because I don't. Oh, can I not leave the trial, or does it have to be active? Anybody taking hits? Anybody can take a hit? No hit takers? I think the other door is back over here behind that place, so I'll just head back to this one. Awesome, let's get out of here. Oh, is it not over here? Oh, I thought the gate was over here. Oh, sorry. Where was the gate at? Is it? I think it was probably on the other side. Okay. Woo! GG's. Get off my screen! I want to type! How do I get rid of this shit, dude? Okay. We had the goon squad, the gooning squad. Oh shit. My game crashed, my bad. I alt-tabbed, I guess, too quickly, and my game just decided to freaking freeze. Oh, I can't close it now. Interesting. Okay, let me see. I think I can fix this, though. Let me see. Let me plug in this, and that should, well, hopefully not just mess things up. Let's see if I can turn this screen on. I gotta go to my other monitor. Actually, I don't know if that's gonna work because Task Manager is probably not gonna open up over here, is it? Yeah, because Task Manager opens up in this window. Yeah, it's not working. Alt F4? Yeah, Alt F4 is not working. Yeah, it's not doing it either. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart. I'm gonna have to restart the stream then, because my shit just crashed completely. Awesome.